became an iconic image of Grenfell. A firefighter kissing the cheek of a bereaved relative at the first vigil after the tragedy, a picture that spoke where words failed. In the monthly silent marches that followed, firefighters would line up along the route to shake hands and embrace relatives in a show of mutual solidarity. But this was different. These two men, David Badullo and Manfred Manny Ruiz, knew each other. "I can't look at the photograph without crying," Manny, now 43, says. "I cry every time I see Dave. We both cry." He pauses to compose himself. "We had worked together 25 years earlier, when we were teenagers. We were lifeguards at the sports center and really good friends. But," as the two men explain, speaking together for the first time about the photograph, the connection runs even deeper, to the night of the fire. They were connected by a 12-year-old girl, Jessica Urbano Ramirez, who was still missing at the time of the vigil. Jess was Manny's niece. When the picture was taken, her lovely smile was still pinned to trees and lampposts around the tower in a missing poster made by her family. Dave was part of Reed Watch North Kensington, the first fire crew to attend the scene, Manny says. He was coming through the tower to fetch equipment when he met my other niece, Jess's older sister, at the front doors. She said, "My 12-year-old sister Jessica is up there." David didn't know Jessica was Manny's niece, but he knew she was a young girl on her own on the 20th floor, and he could see the desperation in her sister's face. He took the girl's keys and headed straight back in without stopping for breathing equipment. He put his life on the line, Manny says. "We know he went above and beyond." David reached several floors up, but the smoke was so thick he had to go back for breathing equipment and a colleague, and then walk the 20 flights up. Jessica was no longer in the flat, and the firefighters' air ran out. David eventually returned home, shattered and tortured by thoughts of the girl Jessica whom he hadn't managed to find. "I turned my phone on, and I saw a post on Manny's Facebook," he says. "He was looking for his niece Jessica. It was the most crazy of coincidences. I still had the keys to his brother's flat in my tunic pocket at work." 6 days after the fire, there was a vigil at Grenfell attended by survivors, bereaved people still searching, and David and his colleagues. Jessica was still missing, but it was becoming clear she was not going to be found alive. It would later be discovered that she had died on the 23rd floor. It was our first day back at work, after 4 days off. "A tough day," David, now 45, says. He sought out Manny and his brother Carlos. "It really mattered to me that they knew I'd done my best. It was a really hard situation and I didn't find her." Manny's family held Dave tightly, and they all wept together. "That was when the photograph was taken. I couldn't really have got through these last months without Manny and Carlos," David says. "They are brothers to me now. His family are my family. There's a special bond. We share the pain." Sometimes people forget firefighters are human beings too. "My family are from the area. I used to go to the boxing club nearby. I've been on all the silent walks, and I did the marathon last year for Kids on the Green with other colleagues from Reed Watch. This Sunday, the two men continue their fight by taking part in a 5-kilometer swim-a-thon for the Grenfell Foundation at the pool where they first met 25 years ago. It's been done up now, but we still recognize the person on reception, many laughs. The Grenfell inquiry has died down for a while, and we need to keep the story in the public eye because it's always in our minds. We're raising money for the bereaved and survivors. We're doing it to raise money, but also it's good for our own mental recovery as well. It's great to do something positive together. Both men laugh. For a moment, just two friends growing older together. We haven't actually done any training, many grins. We might not swim as well as we used to. Read more top news stories from Mirror Online.